right, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. I think we are good to go. All right. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day here today. Bitcoin just hit another batch of all-time highs. Loki over here is just as excited as all of you guys about how Bitcoin is going. He's very, very excited because Bitcoin just hit $77,000, and that's going to be some good news for all of us. And in reality, Bitcoin, what do you call it? Loki really just wants a treat, and you can see it here. He's like, hey, there you go. Good boy. Alrighty. So again, another good day. Whether you guys are watching me on X right now or YouTube, happy to have you here. It's going to be an action-packed day. Got a bunch of news to talk about here. We're going to be talking about our trades. First of all, how they're doing. Are they going up? Are they going down? We've been dollar costing an average a few for a while, and still some of them aren't not profitable just yet. So I want to cover some of those. And then of course, our Bitcoin trade we opened a few days ago. It's booming up over 100%. So we're seeing some very nice profits here. However, we are going to hit some headwinds here. We do have a little bit of a time constraint for Bitcoin at this very moment in time. So we really do need to see Bitcoin actually have a pretty good pop before dinner time here, honestly. We need to see Bitcoin start to move a little more aggressively. Otherwise, we're going to see Bitcoin roll over a little bit and have a little bit more of a break that may go into this, Saturday afternoon or maybe even Saturday night. So we might have a little bit more of a boring period here. So that's kind of some of the stuff we're going to be talking about here tonight. In case we keep on going to all-time highs, I got my nice little antique glasses to wear, but I'm not going to wear them right now because they're a little just too flashy for me. But, I'm like that guy that was supposed to play Blade, but they canceled the movie. I look like that guy, but with some extra fat on my face. So, there we go. And hey, Maximilian, happy to see you. Alexandria, happy to see you. And right there, yeah, 100K Bitcoin is definitely the next Fibonacci level for Bitcoin right now. I think we might have one more at $80,000, but that long-term forecast for me is basically around 100. I've been seeing a lot of people say 100,000 is too low, or we have to go to 150, 200,000. I think 100,000 is reasonable for this cycle, and that's why I'm going to be starting to sell off a little bit more of an aggressive amount of my Bitcoin here. But typically we spike, we plateau for a while. During that plateau, it gives time for the moving averages on the weekly chart to have a little bit more of a death cross, and that's when you really want to start selling, when you can kind of forecast that death cross coming. So let's get started, everybody. I'm going to start off here and just kind of focus on this. I know it's going to be a little bit hard to see, but today's sponsor is ZoomX. They have a good exchange. If you guys do want to try them out, they have a nice little bonus right now that they're giving out. So if you guys deposit some money, trade a little bit, they're going to give you some nice big discounts, which I think is always nice because who wants to pay as many fees? Now, some of the trades that we have right now are Bitcoin. This one's up over 100%. It's actually doing very well right now. I like it a lot. However, if we go down here to the next few, Shiba Inu is still losing money a little bit here. These are all 10x leverage positions. So Shiba is basically still down 2% or 20%. Same with Sundog is down 2% to 20%. We have Chess, which is, what is this? Up 8%, not really a lot. Moonding is up 441% as a meme coin. We've been talking about these meme coins for a while. Very good returns there. Deep is only up 48%, and Goat is up around 280%, which is actually a very nice move. Goat was up, I believe, even more, but it's actually died down a little bit. And I think what's been happening here is, you can see that right there, we've been seeing this happen with a lot of altcoins today. There's been a lot more bullishness from Bitcoin and maybe a few different altcoins, but then some of the altcoins that have had these really big moves of like 30-40% over the last 7 days, they've actually started to die back down just a little bit. And I'm not too concerned about that because that normally happens when the market starts to get a little bit out of hand. And of course, right now with the election, lower interest rates, all that type of stuff, the market is getting a little bit out of hand right now. So if you guys didn't know, 77,000 Bitcoin just happened a few minutes ago. We're looking very, very nice. You can see we broke above just a little bit here. We're having a little bit of trouble holding this level of resistance here, but there's still a battle going on. I would say at this point in time, I'm just holding. I'm so long. I'm not really buying anything right now because we've kind of already started this larger move. I don't want to hold on to it too long. The only way I'm buying right now is if I'm looking for this confirmation on Sunday when we break out and hold and see how much further we can go. But even doing something like that and buying for the long-term swing like we were talking about, the Bitcoin can still come all the way back down here, test out support, and then rally back on over the next few weeks. It can be very volatile, so you have to be very careful about how you want to do this. Back over here, we had a nice robust breakout. We tested out for a week, and then we started to skyrocket again. Sometimes we just go straight up, slowly grind, right? But in this circumstance, last one, we did have a little bit of a pause, and then we decided to go back up. We can definitely have that just on a little bit of a larger scale going forward. So Bitcoin still doing fine. I'm liking what I see. We're breaking out. We're about to go back above $77,000. Again, it looks like here, so let me put this right here. $76,999 according to this chart, but I'm assuming, these guys over at Watcher Guru are probably using a different type of system. They may be using like USD and not necessarily USTD or something, right? How much are fees on weeks? So when you set up using my link, you guys don't actually pay the main fees. You guys get a discount on fees, so I don't exactly know what that is. I think it's like 10-20% off of the fee structure that they have. All right, let me move over here very fast. So as we go down here, you can see Bitcoin still moving okay. Last 24 hours, we've been kind of pausing. And again, if you back up right here, let me get an X. You can see we've been doing nothing. It's been a nice consolidation period. However, right now we are making a breakout play. We are trying to go higher. How much higher? It feels like we might be able to hit $80,000 by the end of this weekend if we continue this rapid momentum. It is going to be a hard thing to do because this election news will eventually die down, but we might start seeing more announcements coming out from the Trump transitional team, let's call them that. And I'm thinking during that, there may be some people that can have an impact on cryptocurrency policy. So if there's an announcement about some of those individuals joining his cabinet, I do think we will see Bitcoin continue to rise. It's just a big if here. Right now, my only concern with Bitcoin from a technical perspective is, hey, we need to see Bitcoin break out here because we're about to have a little bit more of a death cross here on the 4-hour chart. And this doesn't mean that we're all going to be, burning in flames and stuff like that, Bitcoin crashing down. But it does mean that the last few times we've had this, right, Bitcoin does cool off a little bit and then it starts to rocket off again. Last time over here, Bitcoin cooled off a little bit, and those cool off times aren't necessarily the most fun times to day trade Bitcoin, but they are good opportunities to start loading up for that next big rally for something more of a shorter term swing trade, which usually will last about 20 to 30 hours, or sometimes you guys can extend it up to 48 to maybe 60 hours right now just because of how Bitcoin is in the process of breaking out and stuff like that. But again, we are looking a little bit bearish right there, or close to bearish. I shouldn't say bearish just yet, close to bearish. So I do want to see Bitcoin actually have a robust move starting very soon. Like I said, we want to see this start happening before dinner time. Depending on where you are, dinner time can mean different things, but basically I want it to happen within the next 6 to 9 hours minimum. So far, we're doing fine, but you can see each new breakout is going a little bit less, a little bit less. We need to see that push. Otherwise, what happens if we do have that cool-off period, you can almost imagine something of a chain reaction, right? You see that right there? Barely held on, in which case you'll probably see Bitcoin come back down here to either 76 or 75,800 level, back over here at this support, or you'll see it break back down over here and give us a couple opportunities for buying. So I might buy a little bit right here, but if we get back over here below 75,622 levels, around there, I'd be much happy to buy over here if Bitcoin's able to take that dip. Because I think if we do take that dip, and I'm not saying we are just yet because the MACD is still holding on, that'd be more of an opportunity to really dive into a lot of tokens that have had big rallies, right? Some of these tokens have just been going crazy on the 4-hour chart, and now they're starting to show a little bit of weakness here. If they start to dip back down, probably going to be some type of a higher low, right? Nice little pattern right there. That's when I want to buy it right down here. Depends. Some tokens haven't really had the breakdown yet, but I mean, you're seeing a lot of tokens. This is a 4-hour chart, by the way. You can see Bitcoin's 4-hour chart. Everything has gone down a little bit, but Ethereum and Solana may be the only ones besides Bitcoin that are really holding strong here and still moving up. Let's see. Actually, ADA is making a play right now, so I stand corrected. There's some splotches of a green here. Link is up 7%. Yeah, there's some splotches here. But yeah, right now you might see some of those tokens come down if Bitcoin takes that breakdown. I'd be really looking forward to buying up some of those tokens. Specifically, like I said before, meme coins, AI tokens, they always seem to be what I'm looking for right now. They've given me the best returns over the past few weeks. I'm very happy with them. I have tokens that I've been holding for a while, like an ADA or a Matic or something like that. And while they maybe have been having some short-term moves over the last few weeks, they just really haven't been giving me as much money as we've seen meme coins give us over the past few months and even years, to be honest. But I still think it's worth, just keeping track of them and seeing where they're going. Again, we see what's going up the last 24 hours. Crow is up 22%. Paul up 16%. We own some of that. We've been waiting for it to pop off, and it finally did. I wonder if it isn't on the week's one here. Well, yeah, now we're finally profitable right now. We were negative. Right now we're finally profitable on this one, so looking okay. But this portfolio over here is kind of mixed right now because we just started doing more dollar cost averaging, and so this account for us being up on a lot of stuff here, we're only up like $122 on this portfolio, which isn't the best, to be honest. So that's why I'm still waiting and holding and waiting for some of these larger moves to happen down the road here. All right, let's move this trend line out of the way for now, because we just got to wait to see if that thing can actually pop and continue its move. We're still seeing a little bit of resistance, and in fact, let me just put a horizontal line here at 77,000. There you go. Just so you can see the trouble we're having right now breaking above that level. We're not in too much danger just yet, but we should probably try to break above this with the next, 15, 20, 21 minutes or so. That'd be the goal, I would say, for now. Otherwise, we have to consolidate just a little bit longer here. All right. For things that are doing bad today, Bog is down, Maker's down, Lido down. So you're seeing a lot more of a mixed bag here. But besides Kaspa here, mostly everything is up over the last 7 days, even if it's down a lot today. Bog is still up, Maker's still up, Lido DAO still up, Godius Maximus is up 40%. Nero on Ethereum, still up 53%. Mantras, that's down 2%. Immutable X still up 4%. So, you're still seeing some positive momentum here, which is what I want to stress. Now, this is something that's interesting. We still don't know who has the House right now. Is it going to be Democrats? Is it going to be Republicans? I think if we were actually to check live, I have it right here. It's 211 to 199, and I think what we need here is 219, I believe. Let's see. Maybe ABC News has it. Yeah, 218 for control. Republicans actually have 212, and Democrats have 203. This may take a little bit of time, I guess, because there's like mail-in votes. Things are very, very slow, I guess, in certain districts. It's like very, 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 very slow. However, Republicans look like they might retain control, so that could be interesting, along with gaining the Senate. So you could see a lot more of a pro-crypto agenda flowing through everybody here. And I think because of how the super PACs and the crypto industry actually donated a bunch of money to everybody's campaign, they didn't care if you were Republican or if you're a Democrat. They just wanted you to back the pro-crypto bills coming out next year. I think we're going to see some good movements here for cryptocurrency and just a lot less regulation. You're not going to see somebody like Elizabeth Warren. She is going to hate this. SEC chair Gary Gensler, he is going to hate this. Mark Cuban is going to hate this type of regulation, but it is going to be the regulation that's going to be very crypto friendly, very Bitcoin friendly, that can really get us going on the right path. So even though Bitcoin's going high, everybody's excited about that, all this other stuff that's in the background, that's going to be able to thrive too. And again, that's going to all help Bitcoin go up in the long run. The more that we see adoption in cryptocurrency, the more we see people being okay with cryptocurrency, not being afraid of it, it goes a long way. I'll tell you a story here. During election night, I was at the cigar lounge with a few friends, and I was ecstatic because Bitcoin was hitting all-time highs. And I mentioned, like, guys, Bitcoin's going crazy right now. This is great. Stock market futures are going crazy right now. Everybody looks happy. It's good. And then one of my friends was like, I've been looking at Bitcoin for a while, but I don't have like $60,000, $70,000 just buy a token. And he didn't know that you can just put $500 into a token. You can buy $500 worth of Bitcoin. And there's a lot of people like that. So as more and more people learn these types of things, I do believe it's going to help the ecosystem. It'll bring a lot more money in there. People assume that just because they can't buy one Bitcoin, it's not worth buying. No, it's definitely worth buying. Even if you had $10 in there, $100 in there, it's still going to be a great long-term investment here. Just a really good long-term investment. So let me just read this very fast, and I'll get it over with fast. Either Republicans or Democrats could have control of the House of Representatives in 2025, but a majority of lawmakers favoring crypto policies will still be in Congress. That's the good news here. News outlets continue to report election results for the United States, yada, yada, yada. But wait for it. If you live in Pennsylvania, you should vote for Dave McCormick, PA. He's a better candidate on crypto, among many other credentials. And guess what? McCormick actually won barely, but he won. And that was for the Senate position down there. right? Stand with Crypto, the political initiative supported by cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, reported that more than 200 candidates running for House, Senate, and White House who had expressed support for digital assets and the blockchain won in 2024 elections. The industry advocates speculate that the new Congress and U.S. president could help push through pro-crypto legislation like the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, expected for a vote in the Senate after passing the House in 2024. That could be a very good move. Remember, Republicans had control of the House last year. The Senate was controlled by Democrats. So even though the bill was passed in the House, it just couldn't keep on going because there was too much, there wasn't enough compromise. Republicans were kind of holding firm and like, hey, we want this. We don't want it to be tarnished. So they pretty much waited, took a bet that Trump was going to win. Trump is going to win. He's going to have the Senate. And it looks like things are going to go appropriately here. But let's go over here very fast. U.S. House approves FIT 21 crypto bill with bipartisan support. The fact that it was bipartisan is always a good thing here. In a 279 to 136 vote, that's good. Remember, you only need 218 to actually pass a vote. They got 279. Bipartisanship for cryptocurrency, that's what we want to see. It's that type of stuff that gets investors on Wall Street more excited to buy Bitcoin. And let's watch Bitcoin right here. It's trying to break out above all-time highs again. It's trying to break above 77,000. It's having a little bit of trouble right now, but I don't think that's necessarily a terrible thing. We're just trying to blast through a new wall here. Let me see if I can take a sip of water, though. Your Polygon average is 0.6. It's rough. It's really, really rough right now. Let's go over here very fast. Ethereum is up 2%. We got Baby Doge down 5. Milady down 8. Yeah, you're seeing meme coin profits being taken right now. Crow is up 22% right now. I mean, dear Lord, that is having a move at this point. And let me go back over here. It's hard. It's hard to have that because it kind of just moves as the chart moves, but we'll come back to it here in a second. There's the 5-minute chart just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It looks like it definitely wants to break out. It'll break out within the next 5 minutes. That's the kind of goal here. One other thing, guys, the stock market is still booming at this point along with Bitcoin, so it's not just like Bitcoin's moving. The Russell 2000 is up, the NASDAQ is up, the S&P is up, and the Dow Jones is up. Everything is hitting up. Elon Musk over there, Tesla hits 1 trillion market cap as stock rallies after Trump win. Powell and Fed won't be able to avoid talking about Trump forever. Powell's in trouble, guys. Powell's in trouble. You know, he fucked up with inflation, and Trump knows that. But again, everything seems to be humming along at a good pace. Everybody seems to be happy. There hasn't been any mass riots just yet. There's probably going to be some protests coming along in January. But that's in freaking January. We don't have to worry about that right now. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Just get the pump above to all-time highs. Where did the all-time high thing go? Oh, well, we don't have to see. You can see right there. We're at 77,000. We're there. Can we pop? We're trying so hard. And it's... Hopefully it comes. Come on. Should be a nice rocket launch afterwards, though. Anytime we break above all-time highs, it's always a fun time here. Even if it's a little bit of a grind, it still means that Bitcoin is making some great progress right now. Let me move this over just a tad, and I want to see what else is moving here. Because Filecoin's up a little bit, Mana's up a little bit, and Injective is up a little bit. Interesting. And Matic, of course, is up 16% right now. You got to be kidding me, guys. Dear Lord. Oh, there's all-time highs right over there. No, we might not be able to do it. You can see there's a trend line right here, and we're trying to stay above it at this point. But we definitely need Bitcoin to have this breakout. This is a whale battle right now. There you go. Definitely a whale battle going on. Hold. I'm definitely hoping we can hold here. I'm surprised 77,000 is such a hard nut to crack right now, though. We should be able to break above this. It's still middle of the trading day. Still have a lot of ETF volume coming in right now. I don't know if you guys have seen here, but I can get rid of some of this extra stuff here. You know, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF has surpassed its gold ETF in assets in just 10 months. people are moving over to Bitcoin because they see there's a way to make a profit. They might not ultimately believe in Bitcoin or think of it as a hedge of inflation, but they see it as an asset that is going up and they want to ride that wave. You know, it's Wall Street's version of GameStop, I would think. But there's more of a, I would say there's more of a reason to buy Bitcoin, of course, than going to GameStop. There we go. All right. And hey, Locksky, happy to see my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Moonshot, let's go 10x GST. Oh, there's another one out there. I mean, we're close to all-time highs. I hate not being able to move around and like talk about everything going on at the moment, but I think 77,000 is an important milestone that we have to break, and we're close. We keep on getting knocked down, but we keep on having an opportunity to break out at least, and I want to take advantage of that just to kind of see what's going on. Come on. There's not enough buyers right now. Yeah, we don't want to break down below this low. It's going to cause a new trend here, which will kind of be sucky for us. We definitely need a pump, and you can see this wall that's being made right here to push us down bit by bit by bit. Yeah. Now we broke down below that. Ugh. So having a small rejection, I would say we maybe have one more attempt of breaking back up there, but you can see the support coming down and down and down. So the short-term one is basically like that, trying to hold and have a rally. The one that's going to maybe last maybe the next half an hour is going to be this one over here. Right, and that's 11:37. That's only about 20 minutes or so. But again, we'd rather just hurry up and break out because that momentum breaking down here is not the best of signs. Remember, we're racing against the 4-hour chart right now. This 4-hour chart doesn't close for another 40 minutes, so I'm not as concerned. But that MACD is coming down, that stochastic is coming down. We definitely don't want to see Bitcoin go into a lagging hold here. We'd rather see it continue to move pretty well. And I think it can. I think it definitely can. It's just there is a little bit of a whale activity here trying to stop that from happening. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. And then you can see it coming down here quite forcefully. There you go. After getting rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 4 times over the last half an hour. Oh, man. There we go. All right. Let's break down a few other things here I wanted to talk about. We already have the house stuff covered. We already talked about CNBC. And then how are these positions doing for us right now? Still okay? Yeah, these ones are still doing fine. All right. Any new news here? No. We should check out Watch Your Guru very fast just to see if there is any new news. Justin, Donald Trump says he will push to implement a constitutional amendment, adding term limits to Congress members. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of in favor of term limits. I really am. I don't think they need to be like 1 term limit or 2 term limits. I can be like 4 or 5 term limits. I think that's okay. Probably for me, the sweet spot is probably like 3 to 4, maybe 3. But I can see it going higher, you know. But that is going to be interesting. I'm definitely in favor of that. Justin, European Union says it will buy oil from America over Russia after Trump's election win. Dude, Europe has to backpedal. Europe was talking shit about Trump because they thought he wasn't coming back, and now that he's back, they're like, oh shit. They're probably not in the best of moods about this. At least the establishment class in Europe, maybe not the average Joe. Let's see. President-elect Donald Trump asked Robert Lighthizer to run U.S. trade policy. Oh, Lighthizer is a very smart guy. The German government's decision to sell 50,000 Bitcoin at $54,000 cost them $1.1 billion in missed profits. Yeah, Germany. I don't know, guys. I think legally they had to sell their Bitcoin. I think that's what was going on. But man, they should have just held it. Remember, that was a traumatic time for Bitcoin holders. Bitcoin was just going down and down and down because they were just offloading thousands of Bitcoin at a time, and we could not handle it. Just in, Elon's net worth rises to $300 billion. Whoosh. He's going to be a trillionaire in a few years once SpaceX goes public, and then once, what's the other one? Neuralink goes public. And yeah, I think with Tesla continuing to go higher, it looks like he'll probably be the world's first trillionaire, which would be absolutely insane. I think the only person that's probably ever had more wealth than Elon at this point is Mansa Musa in Africa. I mean, but that guy he had the perfect territory and the perfect location, gold mines. You know, he was going crazy. He was insane, like with how much wealth. Elon, I don't think will hit that level, but he's going to get close. And it kind of means more in this day and age too, because that money can actually buy more stuff for you anywhere. What are term limits? Term limits basically just mean that a congressman or woman can only be, or a senator, can only be in office for up to a certain period of time. Like the U.S. president has 2 terms max. They run for election, they win, then they run for election again, then they win. They can't run for a 3rd term. So if you do that for a senator, that means they can run it once, twice, maybe 3 times, but they can't run for a 4th term, or they maybe can't run for a 5th term, something like that. All right, so it just means that they can't become career politicians, because these career politicians end up being very, I don't know what you want to call it. There's an upside because they understand the way the government works, but the downside is they stop really doing what their constituents want, and they think that they know better, so they're not going to do certain things that their constituents want. It happens for both. See, my dog's not behind me. Yeah. It happens a lot for both Democrats and Republicans. Think of a Mitch McConnell. He's been there forever. Very smart guy. He was very good at putting the Supreme Court justices on. But when it comes to the agenda that Trump was elected to implement, right back in 2016, Mitch McConnell was not in favor of a lot of that stuff. So he slowballed it or stopped it completely, even though Trump was elected to do that, because he has so much power because he's been there for a while. I think that presidents should have a lot more power than the House and Senate sometimes. And I think this is a way to do it without going so crazy that the president can just do whatever he wants, right? So I think it would be good overall. This gridlock in Washington has been like some of the most boring shit ever. I don't think we have anything major to pass anytime soon. Maybe next summer we have some bills to pass, but that's about it. We're going to be having some tax cuts, and stuff like that. But I think what both parties have as an issue right now is they both have this establishment class that doesn't want to give up power. So you see like the Donald Trump side on the right, then you see the Bernie Sanders on the left. The establishment, when they both ran back in 2016, very much tried to kick them out of the party. Donald Trump overtook it. He managed to do a great job just fucking pounding everybody, pushing everybody off the stage, and it was like, no, I'm the nominee now. And he was good at it. Bernie Sanders was good, but he played fair. He played well. He didn't play dirty. And what you saw happen was the DNC actively worked against him, even though there was a lot of voters. They actively worked against him to stop him from running. They did the same thing in 2020 with Biden. All of the other what do you want to call them? Everybody else running for the Democratic nominee, they all quit at the same time to help Joe Biden get over the hump and beat Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is much more of a blue-collar guy. You may not like his policies. You may think I'm a socialist. I totally understand. But I think he's better than Kamala Harris as far as like a person. I think he's better than Barack Obama as far as helping the working man. Bernie Sanders would not have bailed out Wall Street and given like fuck shit to the common people. You know what I mean? So it might have had its own issues, of course, but that's just the way I look at it here. But those establishments, man, they hold some power. They're the Mitch McConnells, they are the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers. They've been there for a while. Most of the time, they're from the coastal side. They're kind of that elite lifestyle where they're millionaires and they just don't act like millionaires in front of the cameras. But like you see their lifestyle, they got beautiful houses, lovely cars. They go on luxurious vacations. I mean, heck, Kamala Harris was wearing these like $20,000-$30,000 necklaces just casually, right? Like, see, can I find a number that's good? So Kamala Harris' net worth is estimated at $8 million in 2024, a figure that reflected her successful political career, book royalties exceeding $500,000, and significant real estate investment. Her wealth has grown from $7 million in 2021, largely due to the appreciation of her Los Angeles home and shared assets with her husband, Doug Emhoff, right? That's a good net worth. Now, I mean, Trump's obviously in the billions and stuff like that. It's not like having money isn't bad, but I think we just forget like a lot of these people that are representing us, they got some money. They're in the know. They know they know how to use the system to benefit them quite a bit. And that's why I think Nancy Pelosi lost a lot of her influence over the past 10 years or so, is because people started to realize, like, damn, she's doing a lot of stock trading. Damn, once Robinhood came on the scene and everybody started trading, we all kind of started to look for different ways to make money, and one of them was just copying corrupt politicians, because we already knew that politicians were corrupt. If I'm not good at trading and Nancy Pelosi's making great returns, why don't I just copy her? And that's why you have the websites like Capital Trade show up. What's trading on Capitol Hill, and you can see what's being sold, what's being bought, how much of it, $1,000 worth, $15,000 worth, $100,000 worth. You can see Tom Susie's a featured politician. He hasn't really been doing much here, actually. Lloyd Doggett, he's been doing something, and John Boozman's been doing some moving here as well. But I mean, you look at this, well, the money's happening right now. It's in California, Texas, and Tennessee. But I mean, look at that. Texas and California are where all that money is flowing right now. It's cool to watch and see where money is moving. You can see right here, Nancy Pelosi. Can I go over here? No, you can keep track of all of her trades. Apple, everything she's doing. She bought some of this Reoff. I can't even know what that is. She sold some Microsoft a few days ago. Sold some Microsoft after July. Looks like she took it quiet before the election here. Broadcom, she bought some. Nvidia, she bought some. Tesla, she sold. Oh, she's losing money on Tesla. Now Tesla's booming. But you know what? If you thought that Donald Trump was going to win, or lose, you would have sold Tesla too. And here we go. We have another shot here. Where is the fucking all-time high thing? There we go. Why does it do that? There we go. Okay. We have another shot to break out to all-time highs again. Let's not mess this up here, guys. Let's not mess this up. Break out. We gotta, we gotta make it happen somehow. I'm not going to tell all of you guys to buy, because buying at all-time highs is always a crazy thing to do. People do it, but I mean, I'd leave it to the scalpers. If you're a scalper and you want to buy right now, that could be a fun thing. Like, what's the best way to do this? Oh, I might be too late here. We have to break out from that. Come on. This is like opportunity for a 200x scalp type of play. Let me see. BYDFi has one, but let's see. Cross. Oh, come on. Don't do that. And I need to have... a stop loss here at 76,750. 76,750. And then let's have a target price of like 77,100 maybe? I don't know. Maybe 77,300? Yeah, we'll do something like that. I did a small long here on BYDFi with 200x leverage. I think it was like it's a very small position though. It's about $100 position. And I'm hoping we can break out here. I'm hoping. It basically looks like this right now. Down 8% at this point in time. Down 11%. I want to see this thing boom. At worst, I lose like $30, $40 on it. Kind of a fun little trade to do. But I just want to see us hit all-time highs. I'm doing my small part to get Bitcoin up above this hurdle. with $100. Oh, man. I feel like when I do make some good money, I always do stupid trades like this just for the fun of it. But I can't help myself. I don't know why. NAP, you're in from 18K, but this is going to keep on going to at least 120,000. I mean, I'm hoping we just rip it eventually. I'm not so concerned about how high we go because, again, if you've been dollar cost averaging for the past few years, you're fine with Bitcoin, you're fine with Ethereum, you're fine with Solana. Those are usually my largest holdings, and then I put a decent chunk into meme coins as well, than AI tokens, and I'm kind of just ready to hold on and go with the flow. I mean, I don't think we're going to have an FTX moment or maybe so many exchanges going down this time. Last 2022 was just one of the most chaotic times in crypto I've ever freaking seen. It was just way too much. You had to watch everything. You pretty much did not want to be on any exchange whatsoever, which was just so crazy. You know what I mean? It was insane. We are not doing well as far as trying to break out here, though. Let's see if we can hold that support level we got. And just like that, we're not, man. Got another $200 on the stop loss here. I want to see us have a pump. And I mean, you can see these battles playing out. I mean, you can see them. But I think buyers may be getting tired. I'll remove the all-time highs for now. This thing is getting annoying to look at because I have to keep on moving it. We're trying to have a surge. We've already had a smaller breakout. We've got 26 minutes left. We want to continue to ride up here as we go into Friday night. Today's Friday, right? It is, yeah. All right. 11:30 in the morning. Do I have anything later on today? I do have a phone call coming up, so hopefully we can keep on moving before that phone call comes. Let's see. Uh-oh, my stop loss is about to hit here pretty soon. Let's see, what my stop loss at? 77.3. Oh, 77.3. Is that what my stop loss is? No. 76.75. 750. Oh, we're so close to my stop loss. It's going to hit like in a few seconds. Never mind. And there you go. My stop loss just hit on that trade. Oh, lost $40. Not a fan right now. Not a fan. But we're just not doing good here as far as holding this. I knew we had one more shot, but we did not do well on that shot at all. So right now you're probably going to see Bitcoin cool off a little bit more. 15-minute, how are we looking? Still looks okay. Momentum coming down. 30 minutes still looks okay. 1 hour still looks okay. The 2 hours a little bit more bearish. The 3 hours still bearish. The 4 hours still good. Yeah, I definitely want to see us pop up a little bit more here. Let's see. Afraid to suggest selling points? It really depends on when you bought. That's kind of determines when you want to sell. Like for most people right now, what we've been planning is it's the yellow line. Just the 75,000. Okay. I can get rid of it for now. So if you go back here and you use this old Fibonacci level from way back over here in 2018 to the highs in 2021 to the lows we saw after the FTX crash, you're going to see that it's been pretty accurate so far on this trend, on this current bull market, I guess. Some resistance right there, some resistance right there, a lot of fucking resistance right here, and we're breaking out. On top of that, we do have momentum on our backs right here. When we break out with momentum, everything seems to just go very, very well for us in hindsight, right? Like good, good, good. Good, 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 maybe good, good, good. And so the next big Fibonacci level on this one is going to be up here at $104,000, $100,000. That's going to be a great spot. However, if we were to go over here to this Fibonacci level and turn the Fib levels based on log scale off, there is going to be a little bit of a hidden one right here at 81,319. That's the one I'm most concerned about right now as far as the Fibonacci level. I don't think it's the most important thing because, again, we touched this one, we broke above it a little bit, got rejected a few times, broke above this one, support, rejection right there, came back up, right? But there are times where we just kind of break above it, hold, or try to hold. It hasn't been, we've been able to get above it a little bit more. But that is the next level that I'm looking at right now as far as like, if we're going to have a few days of breaking down or something, that it might come right there. But ultimately, I'm more concerned with this one. It's been more accurate, very nice. We haven't been able to break above it so easily. and then, you know, want to see Bitcoin continue to chug higher. But right now, I'm not really doing any. I mean, I did a little bit of a scalp trade just to have fun with it, but for most people, I would say the time to open up swing trades, like for just 1 or 2 day hold type things, that time is kind of past unless you can find something that maybe hasn't popped as much yet. And that's a little bit more difficult. So one of the ways that I like to open up trades is when Bitcoin's daily chart is bullish, like it was right here, you know, right there you can start doing longs, or right over here you can start doing some longs, or right over here you can start doing some longs. And during that time period is when I like to buy altcoins and kind of ride the waves. So let's go over here to, I don't know, we can start off with Ethereum, right? I guess Ethereum's a little bit different because we only just broke out. We only just broke out from this one, which is good. I think the only reason I told you guys to buy Ethereum was because of the moving averages here and how we were destined to break out above that. But that's probably not the best example for this. Maybe something like a Dogecoin. There you go. When you see Bitcoin's momentum being green, and then you also see like a meme coin's momentum being green right here, typically you can buy right here and ride those waves. You gotta wait sometimes, but a lot of times you can just ride those waves and make some money off of them. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Be mindful of where that support level is. Resistance level. If there's a close resistance level, maybe don't make that trade or don't hold for as long, you know, or just scale out from here to here, right? Worst situation here is you buy from there to there. You still walked away with like what was that? Yeah, like 10%. It's still good. Especially if you're doing leverage. This one didn't turn positive. Miro. Daily chart, how are we looking here? Wasn't positive here. Nope, wasn't positive. Baby Doge, not positive. STMax, oh, that's not a meme coin. Book of Meme. When it was positive back over here, I guess you could say. That was right there. Well, actually, the 12th of October. Yeah, right here. Had the bullish right there. You can ride that wave. You're probably going to sell right here, or you can sell right there. I typically just sell at that resistance level, so I don't get the whole move, but it's good enough. When Bitcoin's bullish, you wanna play along with it. Shiba Inu got bullish here a couple days ago. Hasn't really been doing much. It's not going to be a perfect one, but again, more times than not, you're going to be able to make money with this strategy. Pepe still doing fine so far after the move. This one worked out fine. That one worked out fine. A little bit of sideways action here, but you're probably not buying that again because of that resistance level. In this case, was right there. That rising wedge that typically breaks down. So if you can implement your patterns on top of momentum, it's usually a pretty easy time trading. Floki, this one's a little more difficult. How was the weekly chart? Weekly still bearish. You kind of have to have a bearish weekly chart as well, but I don't think we've had many of those. I mean, Ape Token's probably, oh, actually Ape Token's been looking good ever since here. You have this right here, daily. Wait for the daily boom. Let's see. We're at resistance. Okay. That means you'd have to wait for the next one, which was back over here. That one worked out okay. Did it hit the stop loss though? Nope, didn't hit the stop loss. Okay, that one worked out, but again, I might have sold right here. I might have missed on that move unless I did some type of scale out type of thing, you know. Are we trying to break out again? We are trying to break out again. Oh my God, look at this. Okay. And of course my stop loss was too tight. Okay, that doesn't matter. We finally might be able to break out again. There we go. All right. There we go. We broke out above it. Oh my gosh. I hate myself for having too close of a stop loss. I don't like when my gut is right, but the extra stuff, you know, the stop losses and stuff, I got stopped out. There we go though. We're on our way. Another batch of all-time highs, 77,080. And ACT, happy to see my man. Oh, look at this. There we go. That's what we wanted to see right there. Perfect little breakout. This is bad because when I named this stream like an hour ago, I was like all-time high lunch break or something, and it's because I thought we were going to break out to go to all-time highs. But I was like, please let's let's break out while I'm actually live. Oh man, because I have a work call coming up, and I was like, oh, I have to take this one. It's for a crypto website that I need to help out with some of their stuff. All right, so let's show this on the 5-minute chart here. We can take off or just move it over there. Nice breakout, a little bit of a stop here. Probably should have the stop loss right there. No. I was doing a scalp and it was a 200x leverage. You want to be kind of conservative when you're using that type of crazy leverage, especially when you're doing it for fun. Yeah. All right. And just so you guys can see what this looks like on the 4-hour chart, what I was trying to explain to you guys is, if you understand the patterns of momentum and what a bearish MACD means, what a bearish stochastic means and stuff like that, you can kind of say in order for Bitcoin to not have that, this is what needs to happen. In order for Bitcoin to not be bearish over the next few hours, this is what needs to happen. And in this circumstance, in order for Bitcoin to not have a bearish MACD on the 4-hour chart, we have to see Bitcoin have a good pump within the next, 6-7 hours. It's probably like 6 hours now, and we're still starting the pump, but it's not there just yet. And we need to see Bitcoin hitting back up here towards like $78,000, $79,000 by like tomorrow morning, basically. We need that to keep on going to keep the momentum still bullish here. You can see back over here, momentum was kind of just chilling. Then all of a sudden we went boom. Right? Momentum chilling, then boom. Although I would say that's pretty good movement here. We haven't had a really, here's one. Momentum went up, came back down, chilled, boom. This is probably a better example of what I'm talking about. That's what we want to happen, because otherwise we start having something of a more bearish move. We have to come back down to consolidate for a little bit longer period of time. But if we can have that violent move to the upside, it solves a lot of our momentum problems, and that's what we're looking for right now for Bitcoin. Can this solve our momentum problem? And we have a momentum problem right now. Not on the daily chart, not on the 12-day chart, not on the weekly chart. We're still good there. I'm talking about short-term little hiccups that we have to deal with. As of right now, we're doing just fine. Scrumdiddlyumptious, I would say, actually. Scrumdiddlyumptious. 1-minute chart here, up still above 77,000. A little bit more of a hiccup, I would say, happening right here. But again, it's not a bad thing. They're just trying to push us down to see if they can scare everybody out. Maybe the 15-minute chart's still going to be the best here. There you go. Let's see what people are talking about when it comes to Bitcoin right now, though. There's actually been more tweets about Bitcoin, which has been awesome. Let's see. Actually, let's listen to this very fast as we see Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. There we go. And I think you guys should be able to hear this.
Join us now on the markets. Tom Lee, head of research at Fundstrat Global Advisors, chief investment officer at Fundstrat Capital. And the list goes on and on. Annie's a CNBC contributor. First post-election appearance that we've had. You knew Trump was going to win.
Well,
not many people did.
Yes, that's.
I'll give you credit. Are you saying you didn't? Maybe you didn't say it in so many words.
He's like, I don't want to talk about Trump, dude. I don't want to get blacklisted. Stop.
But you said it.
Yes, I'd say that we were placing a lot more weight on what the betting markets were pointing to, and so and we, when we look at all the deltas,
and you saw it in the Trump trade,
yes.
And you saw it in Bitcoin,
correct,
and you saw it in sectors of the market that would benefit from.
That's right.
Presumably, but who knows from a Trump presidency. So 1,500 points out of the gate. More to come, or are we're already there?
More to come, hopefully.
I think we need to respect this move. I mean, there was a tremendous rally post-election, and it continued yesterday. I think it really does reflect a lot of money was taken out of the market because of the uncertainty around the election. And now we know that because of policy changes and animal spirits, that this is really going to benefit.
Animal spirits.
things like Bitcoin and small caps and regional banks and financials. So I do think there's still a lot of upside. I mean, small caps trade at 10 times median forward earnings. I mean, that's a...
So what do you think that should be? 12 times? I mean, what's the opportunity set in your mind?
Well, since 1987, small caps traded on a median PE basis at a premium to the S&P. The S&P is at 17 times. So I think small caps could, in the next couple years, outperform by more than 100%.
And what do you think about some of the macro issues that I think create a different level of uncertainty? We keep talking about the bond market and what that might be saying, what you think is happening with gold. Are the bond vigilantes going to be this governor on whatever you think is going to happen in Washington?
As James Carville famously said, the bond market is, everyone's scared of the bond market. So that is something we need to watch. But we've had plenty of periods where stocks have risen with bonds rising. And I kind of agree with Powell's assessment that it's not yields have gone up not because of inflation, but because there's sort of a change in growth expectations.
I thought that a sweep was, for either party, was the death knell for the markets and frightening to all involved. And now we're getting a sweep. Why isn't it more frightening? Maybe the sweep the other way would have been a little more frightening to some.
Yeah. I mean, I think part of the reason investors are getting somewhat optimistic is that President Trump is entering office again, but this time with a lot more knowledge of how to build a cabinet and a team. And so in some ways, this would end up being more market friendly. And I think
He does make a good point right there. Trump is not going to be a novice like he was last time. Last time Trump put in some weird fucking people in his cabinet. There was a lot of chaos. There's probably still going to be some chaos, but it's not going to be the type of chaos that we saw. The media may try to portray it as some crazy stuff, though, so be careful. If you're watching CNN this week, the world is falling apart. If you're watching MSNBC this week, the world is falling apart. Everybody is freaking out because they tried to gaslight everybody, and apparently nobody was gaslit, or not enough people were gaslit into voting for Kamala Harris with the way the media was portraying stuff. If you wanted to vote for Kamala Harris because of like different issues and stuff like that, oh yeah, fine. Vote for whoever you want to. I don't care. But the media, they did everybody a disservice this year. The media was lying. Like they call lying Ted Cruz. They were lying. There we go. Going to 80K. There we go. And hey, CT, I'm hoping for 2 massive 4-hour candles to shoot us near 81K. I mean, we need to have those 4-hour candles making us a large move here. That's exactly what we need. That's what I was talking about when it came to the MACD. You can forecast certain things of what needs to happen to stop something bad from happening. So if you're a market maker or a whale that's trying to get your profit, you have to do this or this or that. If you don't, this bad thing happens and you lose money. So what would the whale be trying to do? Push Bitcoin up right now, going into Friday night and probably having us rest a little bit over the weekend here. But we have to have that surge, and it has to happen pretty darn soon. Right now, we're in the process of it, but it's still not as strong as I would like to see it. I would really like to see us have something of a move of, like, again, $78,000 by the next half an hour. Like, we really need to see a larger move here. This is not enough to keep us going. I mean, I'm excited about it, don't get me wrong, but we need to see those big moves here. And at least when Bitcoin has these smaller moves, like going up a little bit more, let's move that right down there. Go to auto. Ethereum is making a little bit of a pop. Dogecoin's making a little bit of a pop. Solana's doing okay with a little bit of a downtrend here. If Solana breaks out, that'll be a good buy, but it's not breaking out yet. Dogecoin fine. WIF fine, We're seeing some okay moves. I would say okay, but nothing crazy. Altcoins haven't bought into the hype just yet here. Shiba Inu is doing a little bit better, though. But SHIB is always my dark horse. I always like to buy SHIB and just hold it for a while. Then when it goes parabolic, you just sell. That's the way to make money with SHIB. Now, that's the way to make money with most tokens, of course. But with Shiba Inu, it typically happens very, very fast and very, very violently, which makes our lives just a little bit easier when it comes to, keeping track of everything. Bro short from 71 liquidity is at 90K. If somebody shorted at, shorting at 71,000. See, I never understand why people short like that. Like short at 71,000 and have like a liquidity level at 90,000. I'd rather just do the swing trade. I'd rather just do the day trade. A trade like that seems absolutely insane. Even with the trade I've been, the trades I've been opening this week for Bitcoin. I mean, let's look at the weekly chart here, right? So like the trade we opened up here a few days ago, back when Bitcoin was at 68,000. Or let's even say if we did a trade over here at 76. It's not like I'm going to have my ultimate stop loss way back over here at 50,000. My stop loss is either going to be right here at 65,000 or it's going to be over here at 58,000. And even that's kind of crazy for me. I'd probably just want to have my stop loss here at 65,000. That's a pretty aggressive move. But again, the way I'm looking at Bitcoin here with these types of plays, I'd be looking to hold until we got up here. I'd scale out like 80% by the time we got up here. And if we kept on moving up down the road, I would still be able to make a lot more money off of it. But again, the stop loss would just be right here for the most part for me. That's a pretty decent level. If you're shorting, what did you say right here? 71,000. If you're shorting right here and you have a stop loss way up here, bro, that's just insanity. Because all you're really hoping for, because everything is still bullish, is for Bitcoin to maybe get back down here. That ratio is so fucking off. Like, you got to be careful with that type of stuff. But again, there are people that do it a certain way, and if they're making money off of their trading way of life, I'm not going to hold it against them, And hey, Wilder, happy to see my man. I know Matic is finally making a good move here. We've been waiting for this for a while, for a very, very long while for Matic. If you're doing a day trade on Matic, it's probably a good time to scale out. But if you're holding for the long term, of course, it's just, just another day with dealing with Matic's volatility, if I do say so myself. How is the weight loss going? It's going fine. I'm still losing weight. I got some of that weight loss medication. I got to take it. I think I'm going to take it this Sunday. I think I'm just going to take it every Sunday. Going to the gym is good. Being sore is not good. I'm always sore now, which kind of sucks. My legs are sore, my chest is sore, my back is sore, my triceps are sore, my biceps are sore, my neck is sore. Yeah, I'm just sore. Like when I move, it just hurts. But the more I work out, the more I will say I'll get used to the soreness. It's probably the best. Like, I'm not gonna not be sore because I'm gonna try to push myself every week to like do more weights, and that's the way you kind of get fit, grow that muscle, tear that muscle, let it kind of reheal and be a little bit stronger. It's going fine. I would say I'm happy with it. It's just that taking 2 hours out of my day to exercise is like time consuming. So I thought I would be able to go every day at the same time, and I just can't. So I'm going to be moving, sometimes it's 11 o'clock in the morning, sometimes it's like 5 o'clock at night, sometimes it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just when I have time to go to the gym, I'm going to go do a workout. It'll always last about 2 hours, like an hour of machinery and 1 hour of walking. Seems to be a good thing for me right now. I think eventually I'll do a half an hour of walking and then an hour and a half of lifting. But I think for right now, I think walking is just a good way to get me going and get me cooling off at the end of the day. Oh, sorry. Loki wants to come say hi again, everybody. Let's go over here very quickly. There you go. You can see Loki here. Oh, look at you being such a good boy. Can I pet you right now? Can I pet your hand or your paw? Can't touch your paw? Oh, you're such a good boy. He doesn't even care. You're holding a treat. He just wants the treat. When there's no treats involved, he's actually a very lovable dog. There we go. It's hard to love it so much. Yeah, I don't mind the workouts. I actually like the workouts quite a bit. It really comes to oops, I moved it over. Yeah, it's really just the time. I mean, that's what I'm frustrated with, the time. Got so many things to do. People want to have calls at this time of the night, that time of night, stuff like that. Remember, most of crypto business that goes along, it's all happening around the world. It's not just United States. So let's say I have a guy in not South Korea, Singapore, that wants to talk with me. I got to make time for them in the middle of the night or something like that. So maybe I'll do a gym walk there, and I'll just be walking and talking with them on my phone. It's a bunch of random shit like that. But today the only call I have is at 2 o'clock, and tonight I'm heading for the cigar lounge, so it'll be pretty nice here. I'm hoping to have a late night stream with you guys tonight, because I don't know if I'm going to be here at 5 o'clock, because I think I have to go to the gym at 5 o'clock before rush hour is too bad. But yeah, so it's stuff like that. And plus, I take 3 showers a day now, which is kind of crazy. One in the morning when I wake up, one after the gym, and then one, maybe sometimes 3, and then one if I go to the cigar lounge. I don't smell like cigar smoke. So, I went to the cigar lounge last night, had a good time. I didn't smoke any cigars, but I hung out with a couple friends, and I was like, I still smell like fucking smoke. You know what I mean? And hey, Tim, happy to see my man. Bitcoin is definitely hitting all-time highs right now. We're looking pretty good so far, but we definitely just need to see a little bit more of a boom happening here. Late night stream for you is like 11 p.m. for me. I don't know. Like for tonight, it would probably be around midnight Pacific time, or maybe 1 o'clock Pacific time, maybe 2 o'clock Pacific time, maybe 2:30 Pacific time. I'm not entirely sure. Today's Friday. 2:30 Pacific time in the morning would be a late night stream for me tonight. So it'd be a very odd time. It'd be for the Europeans and the Asians, basically. And hey, Max, I am having a very profitable day. I'm very happy with it. But the profits are coming from all those long-term holds, not so much day trading. I haven't been doing as much day trading the last few days. And hey, Richard, happy to see my man. Yeah, definitely, they are the worst. But again, I'm okay with it so far. The workout's actually very nice. The place I go to is very clean and pristine, which is so nice. They have like Olympic weights on one side. They have showers. They have a sauna. They got everything I need. And it is fairly close to where I live. It's just that, like, damn, I got to get used to, like, hey, Michael, you have to put in 2 hours of your day to go to the gym. That's the hard part for me, because I'm usually just a pretty busy guy. But it's definitely worth it. I end up in the wee hours in the morning. Try foam rolling, red light therapy devices like therapeutic, I almost say dildos, diodes, and suppressants that break up lactic acid to reduce soreness. Oh, that could be interesting right there. Foam rolling, red light therapy devices, and I'll try to find a supplement that helps out with it. I'm sure there's something there. Because I don't want to be exhausted or tired talking with you guys, but like right now, just doing that fucking hurts like hell. But I've been stretching every morning, which typically helps out. So it's like a lot of pain in the morning. Then in the afternoon, the stretching kind of like makes it so my body's still kind of loose. I just don't want to be all tight and rigid. Because I remember, guys, I'm already kind of I don't want to call myself boring, but I'm kind of a simple guy. I like to make money trading. I'm not like a hurrah type of guy out there in the market. But I know what I like. I talk like a certain way, and I don't typically get all crazy with it, right? So I'm trying not to be more, by being tired of the gym. The most fun I probably have is when I have these glasses and stuff on, right? I love this, and it works very well for helping my eyes out. I also got some blue glasses, blue lens glasses for the computer. Works pretty well. You can see Loki over here wanting another treat, but he can't have any. Actually, he's on his last 3 treats. I need to go to the store and buy some more. All right, let's go back over here to the 15. Yeah, see, we're still not booming as much as I talk. This is what I mean. We're not booming as much as I want us to right now. Now, am I missing something here? We're on this chart. Let's go to this one. Let's open this up a little bit more. Let's break down some divergences. I need to see if we actually do have a hidden divergence here that I'm just not seeing. Divergence for many indicators version 4. And I need to add regular and hidden. We do have a little bit of divergence happening right now, just a little bit. On the 15, how's the hourly looking? A little bit there. See, that 2 hour still seems like it could blow up here. It still seems like it could. The 4 hour. Not a lot. I wonder if we have to consolidate for maybe a couple more hours before making a larger move, but this 4 hour candle should still be in a good spot here. Daily. Yeah, the daily we're still fine. We don't have a buildup or some strong signal saying, hey, there's like a multiple things saying, hey, bad move here. Let's see. I would say the big thing in the next 3 hours and 58 minutes as this daily candle closes, what we really want to see ourselves doing is just closing above this wick right here and making another high. That'd make me a little bit more confident about having a move up here towards $80,000 over the next few days here. Yeah, we don't have anything really aggressive going for us at this point. Let me go over here to Luxalgo price action concepts. I do want to add some order blocks on here if I can find them. Dashboard. There's no dashboard on this one, is there? Size. There you go. Some order blocks just so I can see what's going on. Well, no, we're still fine. Yeah, still fine. We need to have this big push. We need to have this push up here towards 81,000. I feel like I'm just being greedy and want it to happen fast when it'll probably just take like a week or so to get there. But I'd rather see us have that stronger move right now, you know? Let's see. Bitcoin this month. It definitely felt like that, didn't it? Justin, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is officially bigger than its gold ETF. 33.2 billion assets in just 10 months. I mean, it really is special here. It really is special. El Salvador bought 80 Bitcoin at $19,000 each. Bitcoin is the future. Oh, this is from 2022. I was like, what the fuck? $18,000, $19,000. That's crazy.
It's going to be very difficult to fix the deficit with just changes in taxes and spending. But it's probably why Bitcoin is kind of interesting here, because it's potentially a treasury reserve asset. And, you know, if Bitcoin rises in price, it actually helps offset the liabilities, which is the deficit.
So you were at 150, I think, on Bitcoin, weren't you? But
yeah.
Not necessarily by the end of this year, or?
I think 6 figures is still possible before the end of the year, yeah.
And then more next year and the year after?
Yeah, I think because now, you know, post-halving and now Bitcoin's becoming a lot more relevant, and I think maybe the regulatory overhang is diminishing, that there's a lot of upside from here, yes.
There you go. That's good, yeah. Michael Saylor. Actually, how is MSTR doing right now? And you're saying, Max, it's going to pop at 1 p.m. I could see that happening. Oh, that is not what I'm looking for, actually. I am not looking for that. For that. How are we looking here? Yeah. MicroStrategy is still popping off here week after week. We're seeing some beautiful moves. I mean, it's going to have to do a split again or something. I mean, look how much it crashed. Oh, no, this is something. Sorry, this Bitcoin was not around then. Let's see. I mean, talk about a rise and fall of an asset. Break back out. It's doing well. He just has to keep on buying Bitcoin, and I think we're all going to be very, 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 very happy. How's oil doing right now? Oh, God, I fucking hate the COVID oil dip. Oil still holding long. You know, I haven't checked out my own portfolio in a hot minute. I think it's just because I was in Vegas. How's my oil companies looking? ExxonMobil, still looking good. Visa. Oh, Visa finally figured itself out. Thank fucking God. Okay. I remember I hold Visa, a lot of Visa, but I was afraid of that dip a few weeks ago. Tesla, looking good. Again, something you just want to buy and hold. Don't do anything with Tesla besides that. I'm not good at trading Tesla. Like day trading and swing trading Tesla, I'm terrible at it because, again, momentum doesn't follow all the way. Sometimes it was just a very bumpy ride. Like you can see, you had a buy signal back over here, right? Rode up, crashed, rode back up, big move down, now riding back up. There was a buy signal back over here with a breakout on top of it. And if you would have done that move, you would have lost money. So again, I'm not good at trading Tesla like other people. I don't know how to do it. I like for certain things to happen, and it's not happening. But again, Tesla this week, I mean, Trump's election, yeah, it's going to be good for it. What about things like Meta? How's Meta doing? Meta's doing okay. What about Disney? And even Disney's having a little bit of a pump here. They are canceling a bunch of, like, the more culturally woke movies. So maybe the shareholders are, you know, rewarding them for that. I would say Wall Street's rewarding them for that. ConocoPhillips still sideways here. Bank of America, oh, it's still doing okay, but not great. Amazon, great. AMD, not doing hot. I feel like I should buy some AMD. It's at a really good discount right now. But I think my stop loss would still be around 121. How's Nvidia looking? Nvidia's still chugging. God, yeah, Nvidia's going crazy. All right, there we go. There you go. Yeah, such a choppy move right here. Anyway, Walter, thank you. I know I bought these a while ago, and I freaking love these shades. And they also just help with the light. I don't know why, but like just having that light on me all the time, it actually hurts my eyes along with this like computer screen. So I'm trying to protect my eyes a little bit because I'm actually seeing like effects of like too much light in my eyes. So I think I'm just getting fucking old, guys. I'm getting old, like a bunch of other YouTubers out there. I'm just getting I'm just getting old. I need to protect my eyes a little bit more, but I need to get some shades that aren't so flashy. I think I should start wearing the blue version of these. I got some blue lenses. I think I should do that. But yeah, because I already have terrible astigmatism, and I feel like having bright lights in my face makes the astigmatism worse when I'm driving at night. There we go. All right, but I mean, we're chugging. It's slow, but it's happening. I think we're in a good spot right now. I'm going to end the stream right now, everybody. Appreciate you guys joining in for the all-time highs. Again, I will be live probably one more time tonight. And then, well, I don't know, maybe one more time tonight. And then what I'll do is I'll be live when I get back home from the cigar lounge and drinking and stuff like that. We'll see where Bitcoin's at, if it's doing good, bad, all around. And we'll just literally chill, have some music, and just have a good conversation. Oddly enough, as I kind of end the stream, I'll tell you guys something here. My stream happens to get a lot better when I just talk about whatever's on the screen and I don't engage the comments as much. So I'm trying to figure out how I feel about that. And so I'm thinking of maybe having two different types of streams. One where I just have a full-on show and I'm just talking about all this stuff, keep on going, everybody's engaged, everybody keeps watching and stuff like that. And then there's the other side where maybe I just might have a Q&A type of stream where people can just ask questions. It's a lot more relaxed, if you will. But I'm not entirely sure how to format that just yet. Whether it's going to be like a members only stream or something like that, I don't know. Or it could be a stream open to everybody, but only members can chat in the thing. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to be just yet, but it seems like a lot more views when I just talk about whatever's on my screen. So it should be interesting. So see you guys a little bit later, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, guys.